Hi guys, this question is in continuation to the last question where we have already created an image and uh, according to this question on node 1 or server A create a rootless container to start automatically a system D service as follows. The container name should be my container. The container should use the my image that was previously created, and the container should run as systemd service as the existing user mic only. Okay, and the service name should be container hyphen my container. The container should automatically start at the boot time. The local directory slash opt slash file is attached to the container slash opt slash incoming directory, and the local directory slash opt slash process is attached to the containers slash opt slash outgoing directory. Guys, these folder most likely will be given in the exam, and if you check, if you don't find these folder, you create them. Okay, and most likely they will be there. You will not have to create them, and then you have to attach to the containers this path. These I will show you how you can do that. And let's one more thing I just want to remind you, that you do not have to switch to the user using su command. Instead you have to ssh to that user, because if you do su, uh, then apartment command will not work properly. So better do ssh to the user and then start working on it. Let's go to our machine and solve this question. Here I am in root, so I just want to show you that this is how you will SSH to this user. And this user, you know that we already have this user in the last question, so it's still there. And as soon as we switch over to this user, we can run that command just to see that that image which we created was there. Yes, it's there. Okay, so we have to utilize this image to build a container. What we'll do, the thing is that let's check if we have those folder under slash opt. We don't have these folder, but the problem is that we will not be able to create any data under this directory. So for this we have to switch to root, and we can do one thing. We should uh, give 777 permission to this directory so that we could write data under this directory. Okay, once we are done, we will switch back to that user again. I just show you so that you could uh, do practice at home. In the exam you don't need to do this, remember it. Okay, and now what we can do, we as we don't have any folder under this directory, we gotta create it. And we can create a folder using this command. I'm just copying and pasting to avoid any spelling mistake. So it's created, and next one is processed. So we run this command to create this folder. Both are there. Now we check if the folders have been created. So they are there. Now what we do, we put some data which I will show you once we attach this folder to the containers folder. Okay, so run this command and create some data. But remember, this step you don't have to do in your exam scenario. Okay, so we are doing this only to practice at home. And do this one. So we have this data under this folder. We can check if we have these files. Yes, and we can check this folder as well. Yes, data has been created, which we will attach to the containers folder. So once again, you don't have to do this in the exam scenario. Most likely this folder with data uh, will be there. Okay, so next what we have to do in the exam, I'm going to show you what we have to. As I mentioned earlier, we have to SSH to the user. Okay, we will not use su command to switch to the user. So as we have already created data, but in the exam scenario you will run this command to see if the folders are there, and after doing this we have to run this command, and we have already checked uh, this command. Yes, one more step you can add here. For exam scenario, as we have already done this, I have already shown you this is there, but in the exam scenario you run this command also, and then the command I just copied and pasted there. I'm going to explain this command, or let me, I think, clear this so that you could easily see it. So explain this command, podman run hyphen d. Okay, so hyphen name, this is the your container name, and you have to use this hyphen v flag to create the volume. This is the folder which we have, and we have to attach our local machine folder to this containers folder. Okay, and we have put this folder because we have already been given this path here. You can see here this path is already given here. Okay, so we have to use this path, and we have to put this capital hyphen Z, because there, guys, you know that there are some SE Linux policies which uh, we don't want to disturb at the moment. So to avoid any interruption, we have to put this attribute capital Z. So again, we have to put, because we have two folder to attach, so we have to again put this hyphen V and the other path of the folder. And our, you guys, you know that we are not pulling uh, anything from any registry server. So we have already created image by the name my image in the last question. So we will use that image and create this container. After putting this command, we just have to run this, and you can see here it's created. So next what we have to do, we have to run the next command, that, okay, run this command. And here you can see that this is container ID. Our container is created successfully, and this is the image. Okay, so about 24 seconds ago it was created. So, and this is the container name. This is what we have already mentioned here, but in the exam, whichever name you are given, you have to put this that name here. Okay, and next what we have to do, because we have to create a system D service. For that reason, there is a process, and because of that method, we have to create this directory structure. And I'm gonna run this command here so that we could create system D service. This is required, and then we have to cd to this directory, and Sorry, I made a mistake here, spelling mistake. So we are here, right? PWD, you can check this, we are here. And next what we have to do, let me correct here also, just in case I need it again. So next we have to create, run this command, and because you have to run this command inside the above path. Okay, remember this thing. You do not have to go to the home directory of the user, otherwise you will not get the desired result. So run this command while you are here. And now here you can see with this container name there is a word which is container dot my container dot service. It means service has already been created. Okay, and it's just like that, the service, like we have httpd and we have different service name. So the same way we have to create that service. So in our scenario, the question we are doing, this is our service name. So after doing this, what you have to do, you should run this command. And before that, I want to show you one more thing. Just run this command and you see that this is the service name. Okay, so it means up to this point we are doing good. And now we are going to run this command to reload the daemon, and then we have to run this command to start the service, as we do with the other services. It's the same way, because this is what we are creating, and we have to start the service, and then we have to enable it so that it should be boot persistent. Oh, again, spelling mistake, my bad. Yeah, it's enabled now. And then we can check its status if it's running. If it's running, it means everything is good so far. Yeah, it's active and running. So good. And let me clear it. Next, what we have to do, you can, check one more thing, you can reboot the system at this point, and then you can again SSH back to that user and run that command pod space images, and you can see that container is available there, image is there, and then you can run these services, and you can check that everything is okay and container is running, service is running, right? So uh, after that, what you have to do, you can run this command and see if a container is okay, running perfectly. So it's good. So next, what we have to do, I just want to show you one thing, that if the data is uh, available from local machine to this containers folder, and for this we will have to enter or enter in that container, and for that reason you have to run this command, podman space hyphen exec hyphen it. It's interactive terminal. I mean, it will provide interactive terminal, the bash. Okay, so that you could run any command on that. So once we hit enter, we are inside the container, and then we can run this command just to see the data we created is available here or not. It should be here. Look here, these were the files we created, under /opt/files folder, remember? we created data under this folder, right? So data is available, it means everything is okay and good. And then we will run this command to check data is also available here, which we created under this folder /opt/processed. So here we can see data is also available here, and this is done. So next what we have to do, we have to exit, exit out of this container and exit from this path, and we are in the root now. So this was all about this question is solved, and follow all these steps and instructions which I have provided. So guys, this is what you have to do. One more thing, guys, these lines, ignore these lines. These lines have nothing to do with this. You just solve all these steps which are given here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these steps. Pay attention to these steps only, and work on that, and you will be earning all the points for this question. And ignore this one because it's not gonna hurt your score. Okay, so uh, this is what I just want to say. You already had image, and using that image you created container, and then using that image which you have already created, you use it, and you created a system D service under that particular user mic, and then you gave the name to that service, and you made it boot persistent, and then whatever data you had under these folders /opt/files, you attached those folder to the container folder to access that data to a containers folder, and you did all these things successfully. And if you follow all these steps, and if you have this kind of question, you will be able to solve it conveniently and easily. And if you follow all these instruction and just do practice at home the way I have already shown you, and I hope, guys, that this will help you a lot. And let's see in the next video uh, for another question, and I'd say bye for now.